Let's shift our gears to our Abuja studios for more news on the news at 10 with Ibrahim Adra.
Good to see you, Gimba. Let's begin with an update on political development across the country. Members of the All Progressive Congress, APC, have continued to drum up support for President Muhammadu Buhari's re-election bid ahead of the 2019 elections. The Southeast APC today held a mega rally in Dan Anyam Stadium, Owerri, the Imo State capital, to canvass for more support for the president. Party leaders and APC chieftains took turns to address the crowd, highlighting the various achievements of the current administration. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, in his speech, said the Southeast could secure the presidency after 2019 if they voted for President Buhari.
It's a gathering that brings together supporters, well-wishers and chieftains of the All Progressives Congress to the Dan Anyanu Stadium in Owerri, the Imo State capital. The Southeast APC is in solidarity with the president, and this rally is also a forum to make clear statements that the Igbos are in support of the president. One after the other, APC chieftains across the Southeast states speak in favor of President Muhammadu Buhari.
We believe this is a time that Nigeria has gotten a president who has the capacity, the integrity, the vision, and the interest of the youth at heart.
The host governor, Rochas Okorocha, seizes the moment to clarify perceptions about the Igbo people and reasons why the Southeast should consider voting President Buhari for a second term.
What he's doing in the Southeast, as mentioned by the speakers before me, have touched the Igbos in their political island of Langerhans. Please let him know we love him.
For the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, who represented President Buhari at the rally, supporting the re-election bid of the president in 2019 will create a platform for the Southeast to negotiate for the presidency.
You are an important people in this nation. You control industries. You control trade and commerce. You control every facet of our entrepreneurship. I appeal to you and I urge you, the skills you have used in the past to be prominent in these different areas, bring it to bear on the political arena so that you can navigate your way to the presidency of this country after the second tenure of President Muhammadu Buhari.
The national chairman of the APC, Comrade Adams Oshomole, says his party will deliver on all of its promises.
We will sweep the boat into APC for President Muhammadu Buhari. In return, he will sustain every project that he has started. As the Chinese will say, a journey of 1,000,000 miles starts with one step. President Buhari has started with the correct step. Marching forward, he will accomplish his mission.
The party is confident that this rally has created a platform for it to prepare for the bigger campaign ahead of the 2019 election.
Now back here in the nation's capital, French President Emmanuel Macron says France is not in a position to fix the problem of terrorism in Africa, but the concern should be on how African countries organize themselves to effectively tackle jihadis on the continent. Mr. Macron, who spoke during a visit to President Muhammadu Buhari at the presidential villa, maintains that France will, however, intervene and increase its presence in the Sahel. President Buhari welcomed the French security intervention in the Sahel region, while describing President Macron's visit to African Shrine in Lagos State as a good idea. Our correspondent Gloria Mezuke reports.
President Muhammadu Buhari receives the President of France, Emmanuel Macron, at the presidential villa.
Thank you.
The French President and President Buhari immediately went into a closed-door meeting. At a news conference after the closed-door meeting, President Macron speaks on plans to curb terrorism in Africa.
The main plan is an African plan. And France is not the one to solve or fix African situations. I mean, this is a past period. So what we want to do, we intervene and we are still present in Africa and Sahel to fight against terrorism, especially in Mali, and in the region, and we will stay as long as it is requested by our friends, and especially Mali, and we discussed yesterday about this issue. But what's important to me is how the African governments in different African countries organize themselves to fight against terrorism and get rid of these people.
He says a lot of people are forced to join the jihadist terrorist group owing to economic and ethnic crisis.
And that's where it's very important to build not just a security approach, but a stabilization approach in the same time, to provide new opportunities to these people and convey two messages. Your government will take care of you, I mean provide security. But second, your government can provide opportunities to you.
I'm very grateful to France for the support we have been getting.
President Muhammadu Buhari says his meeting with the French president also focused on an inter-basin transfer for Lake Chad, while describing the French president's visit to the shrine as a good idea.
That's why the shrine survives. If it were not a good idea, people would have forgotten about it since the death of Felaram Sankuti and the rest of them. People institutionalize it because they value it.
Both presidents held bilateral talks on French assistance to finance projects in Lagos, Ogun, and Kano states, totaling about $475 million.
They've mentioned them, smallholder farmers, all of those people that either though they don't have something doing, we are going to get them involved, seriously. And this will be a private sector-driven initiative.
France will also extend a credit facility of $75 million towards improving water supply in Kano State. From the presidential villa, Gloria Umezuke, Channels Television News.
Many thanks, Gloria. Meanwhile, the French president will, as part of his visit to Lagos, commission a new Alliance Francaise center in Lagos on Wednesday. The commissioning of the new Alliance Francaise complex is expected to be one of the high points of President Macron's visit to Nigeria. The event, which will be held at 9 a.m. at the organization's headquarters in Ikoyi, is expected to be attended by the French ambassador to Nigeria, Denis Guaya, top government officials, members of the diplomatic community, captains of industry and cultural ambassadors, amongst other dignitaries. Alliance Francaise is a French language and cultural center and has 10 associations throughout Nigeria. Apart from the headquarters in Lagos, the center is also located in Enugu, Ibadan, Ilorin, Owerri, and Port Harcourt. Other centers are in Jos, Kano, Kaduna, and Maiduguri. Each Alliance Francaise center is a non-profit making association and has 3 broad objectives, which are teaching of French worldwide, making French culture and the culture of French-speaking countries better known, and fostering cultural diversity through the promotion of all cultures. Gimba, that's it from this end. Is back to you in our Lagos studio. Good evening.
Brilliant. Now, residents and motorists along the Abuja-Kaba Federal Road should be expecting a new lease of life at the moment. This is an assurance by the Dangote Group PLC, which has promised the completion of the road latest by December this year. The project director of the Dangote Construction Company, Engineer Bosun Kalijaye, made this promise during an inspection tour, which, according to him, is being constructed using modern technology.
Men are at work on this road, which runs from Obajana to Kaba in Kogi State, north-central Nigeria. And that is on the bill of the Dangote Group of Company. The 44-kilometer road is estimated to cost the company over 11 billion naira.
The whole idea is to reconstruct the road to a very good motorable standard, taking cognizance of the grade of the road. The design is for 2 generations. By 2 generations, we mean 50 years.
Before its present state, residents tell tales which the bad road brought on them.
It was a bad situation. The road was very bad. was not good at all. And we all live in fear because of some rogues, some armed robbers, and some kidnappers, whereby we cannot even go to the farm at our own leisure. We are afraid. On the road, you cannot travel to a long distance because of the armed robbers. But now, we thank God.
It is so difficult for people to come and market with us here because of the road, the bad road we have then. But now that the road is okay, so we have many people marketing with us here now.
The traditional rulers of the communities also expressed their joy at the rate of development the new infrastructure will bring to them.
We were initially deserted because of the level of dilapidation. Many vehicles were no longer plying this road. Because of the construction going on, we have been experiencing, a kind of change. People, commuters coming from Lagos, Ilorin, even Ekiti now ply this place. So it has enhanced, the economy of our communities.
Aside these benefits, one thing the Dangote Group finds interesting is the employment the project is generating for residents.
A high population of our staff are from these communities around here. So more or less, we have become like indigenous people too, because we all work together on the project.
Although the state of the road is a source of joy to both residents and motorists alike, Dangote Group is saying that it is not the final stage and therefore advises them to look out for the road when it's completed by December this year.
Business News is next with Kayode Okikiolu.
You first. First Bank.
Many thanks, Kimba, and welcome to Business News. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation says it plans to increase the country's crude oil reserves by 1 billion barrels annually and daily oil production to 3 million barrels per day by 2020. The Group Managing Director of the corporation, Mr. Mekanti Baru, gave the assurance at the ongoing 17th Nigerian Oil and Gas Conference in Abuja. Mr. Baru explains the NNPC's outlook for 2018 and beyond is to raise more funds from the capital market for new oil and gas projects, which will be used to finance projects such as the NNPC NAUC JV Idu redevelopment, South Gas Project, North Gas Project, and Central Gas Project. And Pan-African leader, or lender rather, EcoBank Transnational Incorporated says it plans to issue a 5-year dollar-denominated bond after mandating international lenders to arrange investor meetings in Britain and the United States. The Togo-based parent company of EcoBank Nigeria, which has operations in 36 African countries, appointed Deutsche Bank, Standard Bank, and Standard Chartered to arrange meetings from last June. The Tier 2 bank hints that it plans to use proceeds from the Eurobond offer for debt refinancing, among other targets. And negative sentiments extended into the close of Tuesday's trading session at the NSE due to more sell-offs in blue-chip stocks, particularly the shares of Dangote Cement, Zenith Bank, and Double One, formerly Mobile Oil PLC. Tenela Shibowale now tells us more.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The benchmark all-share index drifted further away from the 38,000 level, down by nearly 1% at the close of Tuesday's trading session, as profit-taking enters a second day in the new month. At the same time, heavy sell-offs dominated the 4 key sectors of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, which led to another 124 billion naira drop in the total value of listed equities. Traders attribute the renewed sell pressure to divestment by some short-term investors to other viable investment options with higher yield. Meanwhile, the price performance chart remains negative, with 28 losers led by a 10% drop from Jai's Bank. Prestige led 11 other gainers by 9.43%, while Multiverse is the main contributor to a total of 257.38 million shares traded today. And that's the stock market report. I'm Teniola Shibowale.
Thank you, Teniola. Elsewhere, mixed sentiments trailed major global equities market performance today as lingering concerns over a trade dispute between the United States and other major economies rattle investors. Here are some of the closing figures. And that's business news. Thank you for watching. I am Kayode Okikielu. It's now back to Gimba.
You First. First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, England's 3 Lions overcome jinx, beat Colombia on penalties to qualify for Russia 2018 quarterfinals. That's the sports news. Stay with us.